Straight ahead on IU NewsNet Daily, students plan to step up the pressure on the university's president to resign over controversial policies about on-campus protest and grad workers' rights.
There are new developments in the class action lawsuit filed against IU and Dr. Brad Bomba.
IU football adds another honor to its historic season, this time with national recognition for its first-year head coach.
All those stories and more, IU NewsNet Daily starts right now.
It's Thursday, December 5th. Hello and welcome to IU NewsNet Daily. I'm Jack Bassett.
And I'm Drew Stoltz. Thank you for joining us. Two recent reports of sexual assault on Indiana University's campus are currently undergoing internal investigation. IU police received a report from the Title IX office on November 18th involving a student who was sexually assaulted on November 17th at Reed Hall. IU police confirmed that the incident was not directly reported by the individual involved. The allegation is under review by university officials. A second assault case was filed on November 20th, also through the Title IX office. An alleged assault happened November 15th at Teeter Quad. It too is under review by the university. Since August, there have been 24 reports of rape to IUPD.
A rally demanding the termination of Indiana University President Pamela Whitten is planned for this week. At issue is a call to repeal the controversial free expression policy and university recognition of a graduate student workers union. The Indiana Graduate Workers Coalition is hosting the event this Friday from noon to 1 p.m. at the Sample Gates. Graduate workers are seeking union recognition to promote shared governance and improve worker protections. The coalition says more than 1,500 graduate workers have signed union cards, demanding action from university leadership. To date, President Whitten has not met with the group's leaders. Critics of Whitten point to departmental defunding and her recent $175,000 bonus, despite a no-confidence vote by more than 90% of faculty and graduate students. A judge has ruled that former Indiana University men's basketball team physician Dr. Brad Bomba Sr. is competent to provide a deposition in a class action lawsuit filed against the university. The suit filed by two former players alleges that IU mishandled complaints of sexual misconduct involving Bomba. Despite arguments about his declining health and impaired memory, the court determined that Bomba could distinguish truth from falsehoods and that his testimony would be beneficial.
An Indiana University graduate and Anderson native, Stephen Hoffer, has received the Sagamore of the Wabash, the state's highest honor from Governor Eric Holcomb. Hofer, a former managing editor of the Bloomington Herald-Telephone and a renowned aviation attorney representing clients like Harrison Ford and Tom Cruise, was recognized for his significant contributions to Indiana. The award was presented on October 26th at IU Memorial Stadium before a football game. Bloomington's Common Council will soon decide whether or not to increase pay for the city clerk and council positions. 4 council members met throughout the fall to map out a strategy for salary increases and other incentives. Voting will take place at the committee's ordinance meeting next week. This comes a week after approving a pay increase for firefighters and police officers.
Morning commuters faced an unexpected delay this week when an armored truck went up in flames on State Road 37 in Monroe County. The incident happened Tuesday when a Brinks armored truck broke down in the middle of the highway. Moments later, the engine caught fire, sending flames shooting into the air. Traffic came to a standstill as firefighters responded to the blaze, which was under control in about 20 minutes. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. And workers at one of the largest employers in Bloomington are about to see a change of ownership that may result in job losses. According to the IDS, pharmaceutical manufacturer Catalent will soon be bought out by Novo Holdings. The deal will be worth $16.5 billion, pending regulatory approval. Catalent expects to close the deal before the end of the year. If the deal goes through, employers say they expect an exodus of workers to other pharmaceutical companies.
A new business is coming to Bloomington. A local ownership group plans to open a third convenience store on the east side of Bloomington early next year. The business partnership also operates 2 Bloomington restaurants, Amrit India and Taste of India. The City Planning Department approved the project on October 9th and concluded that the zoning project brings an active commercial use back to a downtown site which has sat vacant for several years. Speaking of new changes, Bloomington Transit is introducing a new route early next year. IU NewsNet's Emma Meredith is here to tell us more about it. Emma?
Thanks, Drew. Bloomington Transit is expanding beyond city limits for the first time ever. According to the Indiana Daily student, Route 13 will begin January 2nd, connecting Bloomington to West Vernal Pike, Park 48, and Ivy Tech Community College. The route includes multiple new stops, and riders can also access jobs at companies like Cook Medical and Berry Global in the Park 48 Industrial Park. Buses will run Monday through Friday from 6:40 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. with hourly service. Fares are $1, but IU students ride free with a valid ID. Monroe County officials call this a fabulous step towards enhancing city-county collaboration.
Exciting news. Thanks, Emma. And switching gears to sports, IU's football team is making some big moves in the playoff rankings. IU NewsNet's Luke Ardema has more details for us. Luke?
Thanks, Jack. Indiana has risen to number 9 in the latest college football playoff rankings, marking a significant achievement for the program. After sitting at number 10 last week, the Hoosiers made the jump thanks to a dominant 66-0 shutout win over rival Purdue in the regular season finale. In the current playoff bracket, Indiana would face 7th-seeded Georgia in the first round. This matchup would be a tough test for the Hoosiers as they would have to travel into Georgia. With no games left to play, Indiana is virtually locked into a playoff spot in the 12-team playoff. The college football playoff race heats up this weekend with 3 high-stakes conference championship games that could shake up the final playoff rankings. In the Big Ten Championship, top-ranked Oregon clashes with number 3 Penn State Saturday night at 8 p.m. in Indianapolis. Both teams have already secured playoff spots, but the winner will earn a first-round bye in the 12-team bracket. The SEC Championship features number 5 Georgia and number 2 Texas in a 4 p.m. showdown. This game will be critical for Indiana fans as the current bracket projects the Hoosiers to face Georgia in the first round. Meanwhile, the ACC Championship brings together number 8 SMU and number 17 Clemson. SMU is clinging to a playoff spot, but a loss to Clemson would likely eliminate them from contention. With playoff berths, byes, and seedings on the line, these matchups are can't-miss events for college football fans. Indiana basketball secured a dominant 97-71 victory over Sam Houston State at Assembly Hall. The Hoosiers were propelled by a 29-5 first-half run, highlighted by Omar Ballo's key contributions. Miles Price led the way with 19 points, while Illinois transfer Luke Goody added a career-high 18 points. The Hoosiers shot an impressive 61.8% from the field and 46.7% from the arc. Indiana led 42-25 at halftime and never allowed Sam Houston to have a chance in the second half. The Hoosiers will look to build on this performance when they face Miami University Friday at 7 p.m. And we're going back to IU football, where Coach Curt Cignetti was named Big Ten Coach of the Year after a successful first season. The Hoosiers finished the regular season 11-1. Under Cignetti, Indiana set records for wins and conference victories. In the past 3 years, the Hoosiers were 9-27, but Cignetti turned the team around starting this season 10-0. Cignetti earned a $50,000 bonus for the honor and can make an extra $100,000 if he is named National Coach of the Year. Even though Indiana didn't make it to the Big Ten championship game, they still have a lot to look forward to in the postseason. IU football is wrapping up its season quite nicely, like how I'm wrapping up this segment. Jack, Drew, back to you.
Thanks, Luke. A global health campaign to raise awareness about a silent killer is being recognized on Indiana University's campus this week. This week marks World Antimicrobial Awareness Week, a 7-day initiative focused on educating the public about the spread of dangerous microorganisms. Public health officials say antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, is a serious threat to global health. It occurs when bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi evolve to become resistant to traditional medicines. On campus, School of Public Health staff are working to raise awareness about AMR and the spread of drug-resistant infections.
A new bowling and recreational sports space is rolling into Bloomington early next year. Construction efforts are underway to transform the former Lucky's Market on the city's south side into a bowling alley and entertainment center. The project comes from Hoosier Alley Entertainment, a local experience-based business group The former grocery space will also house axe throwing, laser tag, an arcade, pickleball, and a full-service bar and dining service for the bowling lanes. According to the building's new opener, the space is set to open this spring. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Bloomington. The city's beloved canopy of lights is officially back, illuminating downtown and bringing holiday cheer. The festivities took place last week, kicking off with a Here Comes Santa Claus community sing-along, led by Mayor Carrie Thompson. Santa himself flipped the power switch, bringing to life the canopy of lights. The downtown square was transformed into a glittering winter wonderland, drawing families and friends together for this time-honored tradition.
You can't beat Christmas lights.
The best time of the year.
So festive. I wish I would have went.
I love it. That does it for today here on IU NewsNet Daily. We're signing off, wishing you a great day.
From all of us here, thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next week.